You are taking a live look from outside Buckingham Palace in London, where it is 5 a.m. and mourners have stayed there throughout the night, paying their respects to their beloved Queen Elizabeth II.
Buckingham Palace announcing today the Queen passed away peacefully at her home in Scotland, bringing her 70-year reign to a somber close. She was 96 years old.
Now, Elizabeth, of course, was not born to be queen, but she became heir to the throne at age 10 after the abdication of her uncle, King Edward VIII.
She would become queen 16 years later after the death of her father, King George VI. Over the next 70 years, she would oversee a changing country and a changing world around it. She would see 15 British prime ministers, including the newly elected Liz Truss, who she swore in just on Tuesday of this week. It would be the Queen's final public appearance.
Queen Elizabeth II was the rock on which modern Britain was built. Our country has grown and flourished under her reign. Britain is the great country it is today because of her.
And with his mother's death, her oldest son, Charles, is now king. Now, in his first statement as monarch, Charles paid tribute to his mother. He says, "I know her loss will be deeply felt throughout the country, the realms, and the Commonwealth, and by countless people around the world." And funeral services for the Queen will be held at Westminster Abbey after a 10-day mourning period. She'll be buried on the grounds of Windsor Castle, next to her husband Philip, who died last year.
With the passing of the Queen and passing of the crown comes several changes. Today I chatted with Martin Rhodes, who is a professor at DU's Joseph Corbell School of International Studies, for his perspective on what happens next. He tells me although Charles has immediately become king, his coronation won't happen for up to a year. Some expect the coronation to not be as elaborate as the Queen's, as the monarchy faces public pressure to rein in on costs.
If you're referring to the cost of having the monarchy and the cost to the public purse, I think that's right. And I think that the cost of supporting a large number of royals is something that Charles is already aware of. And I think he's already said that he would reduce the number of people on retainers, so people being paid from the public purse to be royals.
King Charles is 73, the oldest royal to become king. His son William is now next in line to the throne.
And one change already noticeable after the Queen's passing, the lyrics to Britain's national anthem. It no longer is God Save the Queen. It is now God Save the King, which mourners could be heard singing outside of Buckingham Palace.
God save the King.
Also, Brits could see changes to their currency. The image of King Charles is expected to replace that of his mother on paper money and coins. A timeline for that, though, has not yet been announced. Now, the Bank of England says money featuring the Queen, yes, still will remain legal tender.
Denver 7 will continue to follow developments following the Queen's death, including funeral plans and King Charles's coronation. You can find all of today's coverage, including local reaction, right now at denver7.com.